Okay, so we've known for some time now that Nolan is giving us a new Odyssey next year, and let me first quickly describe how I feel about that. Generally, I'm just kind of like, meh, I don't really care that much. I've already got my Odyssey film that I grew up with, and still love to this day, and I'll do a separate video on that one as well. But for Nolan, just because I'm not excited doesn't mean that I'm being negative about it. I'm just, let's call it, open to whatever comes. And also cautiously unexcited. I have points on it where I could be excited, and then I also have a few not-so-rosy impressions as to what could happen. So let me get to the positives first. It's Christopher Nolan. His work, like it or not, is a formidable thing to experience. Even if a specific film of his is not to your particular taste, at least you know it's gonna be an interesting ride. Like, for instance, me, I don't care about Batman. I thought Oppenheimer was kind of weird and boring. Inception just made me tired with all the non-stop action. And then also Interstellar. I saw it in theaters when it came out, left the movies crying and blown away, and to this very day, I consider it one of the best films ever. So Nolan is a mixed bag, but a mixed bag in the positive sense. No matter what film he does, even if you don't like it, you know that he's gonna invest in it. Real style, real ideas, real creativity, and I'm always there for that. So him doing the Odyssey, which is such a culturally foundational piece of literature, can in theory be more or less inevitably a good thing. And like, of course, there's always the chance of him completely botching it. I can't discount that either. But the math generally says otherwise. We're either getting a masterpiece or an enjoyable one-time ride. Another positive that I have in my mind is Christopher Nolan's style. I kind of feel like he's obsessed with like time and relativity and the physical essence of things and how people's personal drama revolves around it without them even realizing it. Like there's a Game of Thrones style disaster, like a zombie army marching on the whole continent, and people just keep bickering about titles and riches and petty bullshit in the face of incoming tragedy. I almost feel like Nolan does the same with time and physics. He thinks people care and suffer over so many minute things, while time just keeps flowing and erasing everything in its path, and that juxtaposition is always exciting for me. It's a very deep concept, and most importantly, it's true. Humanity really is like that. You know these so-called sunstorms that happen every now and then? We're lucky we get like just a few of those because the sun is a stable star, but even so, there's no guarantee that there won't be a bigger plasma burst one day, and it's impossible to predict, like at all. And so it'll only take like one random and a bit stronger burst of plasma from our own sun to just wipe us out completely. And it can happen any day. And people generally don't seem to know or care. Susan just goes around doing her shopping, worrying about taxes, and scrubbing the bathroom. I think the absurdity of it is fascinating, and I think Nolan does too. And he tries to incorporate this into his films. And so I wouldn't be surprised, and I won't be complaining, if he tries to spin the Odyssey into some kind of a quantum science-y Event Horizon story. Like if Odysseus was lost in a separate dimension or something, and people were just stupid and thought it was Poseidon that was trying to stop him. Like a cocktail of antiquity and modern science. I would absolutely love that. Now about the negatives, what can I say? I knew nothing about the details of this film until yesterday when I had a look at the IMDb page. And I was like, oh god, what is this? Like, what the hell is this? And I'm not an expert on the period armor or whatever, but even so, I could see it's bullcrap. It looks like a bad, cheap cosplay. And I guess I need to just gloss over that because most people don't know or care, and when you think ancient Greek, this is what you picture. I mean, fine, okay, it'll work, but I don't like it, and I can't help it. Like, excuse me for reading books. Another thing that throws me off, like, I get it's Nolan, I get he's like film royalty, so he only wants the best of the best, but I'm so tired of just sloshing around these same famous actors across all new big budget movies. Like Tom Holland and Zendaya, Matt Damon and Charlize Theron and Anne Hathaway, I get it. They're good actors, and they know what they're doing. But why is it such an alien concept in this industry to make big things with new people, new faces, new talent, someone unexpected that might shine? I mean, look at Lord of the Rings, or Star Wars even. Before the first films of these franchises were made, who even knew about these people? Like Elijah Wood, or Mark Hamill, or Daniel Radcliffe, or whatever. I think most of them became famous because they were newly cast in their iconic roles. So it's not impossible, and you might even call it likely, that new talent might skyrocket the effect of your film. And by the way, I like Matt Damon, but Odysseus? Really? This would only work for people who have never actually been to Greece, or the Mediterranean in general. If you go to one of these islands, you won't come back a Matt Damon. Like me, for instance, I am, as they say here in my country, as white as a priest's ass. I look like Casper or a bucket of milk. And then I went to live on Skiathos for like a couple of months or something, and I came back looking like a fucking piece of toast. Burned up, sweaty, rough, and it took me months to morph back into my milky paste form. And so if this happens to me from a couple months of being there, imagine what it does to a person whose entire life passes on these islands. And you want me to believe that's Matt Damon? I mean, I guess you could do it with makeup and camera filters and stuff, but it's not just about the pasty skin, it's also his overall look. Odysseus is supposed to be this rough guy pirate rascal, which I think this old film does perfectly. But when I hear Matt Damon, I picture like a West Side rom-com guy, or like the hot Yale professor or something. I don't know, I don't buy it. But again, let's wait and see. At least this will be a big budget movie focused around a piece of literature that I really value. So how can I complain? What more could I want? Nolan doing the Odyssey for me? It's as if I asked like Stanley Kubrick to make Dune. So yeah, I guess overall I'm happy about this happening.